The 8th of November 2024. It's a Friday, and today, like, as you can tell by the title, wow, saying English right now is just great, you know? Okay, so today we are going to make a Greek salad with the ingredients that I just have currently at my place from my kitchen. So what I was able to find around my place was some feta, some tomatoes, we have some salt, I think we need pepper. Let me check on that real quick. Yeah, I think we're gonna need some pepper, and then I got olive oil. I got some red wine vinaigrette, and then I also have oregano. And we got cucumbers and some bell peppers. I got all the bell peppers colors besides the green ones, which I feel like are the staple of a Greek salad, but that's okay because we're working with what we got. Okay, so we got our handy cutting board, but before we start cutting, we are going to need our mixing bowl. So we got our mixing bowl. We are gonna move this cutting board a little bit to the side, and we're just gonna add our liquids right now. So we're gonna add a decent amount of olive oil, just to like fill the bottom of whatever we're mixing in. And then I have to open this nice new bottle. Okay. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to drizzle a little bit. Actually, just put as much as you want. We're going to go with that much. Don't remember how much I put in. But yeah. We're going to read some of the comments. Someone asked, what are we making? So we're making a Greek salad. Okay. Someone says, hi. Hi there. Okay, what's your name? My name is in the title of the channel. Hi, do you remember me? Sure. We will be putting in some salt. I did mention that earlier. And then thanks for all the comments. So now that we have our liquids in, we are gonna add our salts and our peppers. These I'm actually gonna measure, not mention. I apologize. So we are going to do a teaspoon of salt and a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. Yeah. I may have added too much vinaigrette, but that's okay. And then we'll add half of a teaspoon of oregano. So I'm just gonna use the quarter teaspoon twice. Okay, and now we can add our vegetables. Alrighty. So first I'm just gonna cut up some tomatoes, but before cutting them up, I am going to clean these tomatoes. That one looks bad, so we're not gonna use it. So does that one. Okay. Actually, they don't look that bad. That one does. This one not so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. We're just gonna use the rest of my tomatoes. 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then those will be thrown away just because they just don't look so good. Okay. First things first, washing these tomatoes as we check this live chat real quick. All right. Oh, new subscriber, thank you so much. Why are people being weird in the chat? Honestly, not sure. I think that's just how it is sometimes. I think you see that in like just regular live chats on YouTube and then also on Twitch. What are we making? We are making a Greek salad. People apologizing for others' behavior. It's fine. You can't control everyone that joins a live, and that's just how it is. Well, you can't control people in general. That's just life. Okay, so we're gonna take these tomatoes. Okay, take another paper towel and dry them off. Now we're just gonna cut them. I'm going to cut them into like fourths. So then they're like still bite-sized, but it's like not too much per bite. And we're just going to add them straight to our mixing bowl over here on the side. And if a tomato doesn't look that great when you cut it, just throw it away. Because if you're not going to eat it, you don't want to be serving it to others. Typically my rule of thumb of cooking. Well, one of them. I think that was our third tomato. So around 9 more. What are cooking? You making tomato soup? Good question. But we're making a Greek salad. It would just be a lot of tomatoes in this Greek salad, which is okay. I like tomatoes. Oh. Ooh, that still attached. Let's see this live chat. Salads are good for your health. Depending how you make them. Like some people make candy salads. So it depends on the salad. And as well as like the type of dressing you're using. Because it may appear healthy. But depends on the ingredients you are putting in. Still a good comment though. And thank you for commenting it. Okay. We just have 5 more tomatoes. Anyways, I would like to ask, how's everyone's day going? Because it's currently Friday, basically another week completed. And for me, as a college student, with Thanksgiving in 2 weeks, and then my school has a Veterans Day off, which is a nice United States holiday for everyone that took part in the military. We're just celebrating the day for them. So yeah. And as for my week, it's honestly gone pretty well. I found out for next week actually, not only do I have Monday off, but my second class on Friday got canceled, which means I only have my test on Friday, and that's it, which is really nice in my opinion. Some people got assignments to get done. I get it. I have a few of them to get done as well, as like 2 tests next week. A lot of things due on Tuesday, actually. And that reminds me, I don't have chemistry lab next week because of Veterans Holiday. Veterans Day because they want to make sure everyone just stays on track. Okay, all of our tomatoes are done. I'm going to bring my trash a little bit closer so I could get rid of this little tomato juice that got splattered everywhere on my cutting board. Okay. A little bit gone on the floor, that's fine. I'll clean it up after this video. So now we got our tomatoes cut. We are gonna move on to the cucumber, and then we'll do our bell pepper, and then we'll add our feta cheese. So we're just gonna cut this. And we're just gonna use this whole cucumber. So yeah. We're just going to cut the end bits off just because I personally don't like eating them. There we go. And we're just going to cut them in a way that is bite size. And then just toss them in. So yeah. Should be using a larger knife, but I'm just using what I use for the tomatoes. And yeah. If you have a vegetable slicer, you could use that as well. Just be careful. Just honestly, be aware of what you're using and just be sure that you know how to use it. For the cucumbers, I'm only cutting them in half. So if you want to cut them into fourths, feel free. I'm just doing them the way how I like them. Making sure that they also not stick together. I remember when I went to Greece, like Greek salads were essential at like any restaurant we went. We always got it as like an appetizer. And depending on the size of the amount of people you're feeding or how much you would just want to eat in general, you could change how much of each ingredient you're using. And which ingredient you like more, you could add more, and which one you like less, just add less. Make it your own, you know? Okay, we're gonna cut this one. We'll just have a larger sliced cucumber for that, just because I didn't want to cut it too close. Okay, cucumber's done. Now we got our peppers. So we got an orange one to start out with. This one probably need a bigger knife, but it's okay. Let's cut off those bits. And we're just making this all bite size. Well, I guess somewhat bite size. Actually, it's easier for me to eat a bite size, so that's what we'll do. Okay. Just looking through the live chat real quick. Writing. Also, is anyone else currently thinking of graduate school and thinking of where to apply in applications, thinking if you have to take standardized testing, rather it's the MCAT, the LSAT, or even the GRE, because apparently not everywhere is requiring the GRE, but it just depends on which applicant, like which department you're applying to, because I know even for like, what school? People are talking about like how Yale, like some programs require the GRE and then some programs don't. So it really just depends on where you're applying to and exactly what program to be looking at. But yeah. That like hit the bottom of the box that I'm using as a trash can at the moment because I have to throw it out anyway, so might as well use it. Which field are you studying? Currently, I'm in my undergrads and I'm studying psychology, English, religion, history/philosophy, and then chemistry. So it's a bunch of things, but I have the time at the moment, so might as well. And also, like, anything's going to be difficult. It just depends what do you want it to be difficult in. And, like, it's only difficult if you make it difficult in certain certain cases, I would say. Like, yes, it's a lot, but I also manage my time in a way where it doesn't feel like a lot. Someone's doing a 50-story report, and they're almost done. Oh, that's nice. Honestly, 50 pages, that's a lot. But the fact that you're almost done, congrats. Best of luck with your studies. Thank you. And to anyone that's currently doing, like, any schooling, like, everything's gonna work out, even if it feels like it's not at the moment, because I feel like this time around Thanksgiving is when things get a little bit hectic, just because most likely midterms already happen, if not they are happening, and then after Thanksgiving it feels like the semester goes by so fast, because for example, for me, my school, we have 2 weeks after Thanksgiving and then the semester is done, and the last week is finals, so really we have 1 week and then just testing or papers to do / projects. Because for like English classes, we don't really do a final exam. What we do instead is a project or a paper or a presentation, which depends if you prefer those over an exam. It just, for me, it's whatever I have to do is what I do, you know? And then also, if you have a class that has extra credit, make sure you get that in before Thanksgiving, especially if it's like research that you have to do, like research credit participation points, because after Thanksgiving, let me tell you, from someone who works on a research team, during the week before finals, it's always so many people are signing up, and it's our most like busy time because all of a sudden everyone's signing up to participate in a study. Okay, let me see. But yeah. Sorry, I was just reading a bit of the chat there. Okay, and those aren't. Then. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Orange peppers are the best. I have no idea why I read that as orange peels. But also, thanks for sharing that info. Someone's really glad that they're done with university. Stating how they can't go through that again with all the assignments, exams, and studying. I understand that, and that's why I feel like taking a break from studying isn't like always the best. Although I know people who take like gap semesters or gap years, and they say it like is better for them just because they get that learning, they get that work experience, or they just get a nice break. And that's great if it works for you, and if it doesn't, like as someone shared in the chat, and like that's fine, then just continue. what I view studies as is, if you started, just finish. Because I've also heard where people started their degrees, but then because some time has passed, like 20 years, all of a sudden, all the credits they had, all the classes they did are invalid because they never finished that degree. And so when they went back to finish that degree, thinking, oh, I only have 10 more classes to complete. Turns out they have to redo the whole degree if they actually want it, because now all their classes are invalid. So like with late assignments, something I do at the moment is have a to-do list of like all my classes, like any assignments we have, any major projects, when tests are, and for assignments, I have them set to be due a day before they're actually due. So in case something for some reason does not get submitted, I still have time to submit it. Because in my mind, oh, it was already due, but then I check on Canvas or whatever your class uses for the classroom, it turns out, oh, it's actually due today at like a minute before midnight, you know? So, and that especially helps me with classes that have assignments due at like random times in the day. Like I remember one course I had my assignments due at 5 p.m. on Fridays when it was like a Monday class. Okay, first of all, I am interacting as a confident woman. It's just at the same time, I'm doing something else while reading the chat and as well as coming up with a response on the top of my head. Because this isn't pre-recorded. This is all live in the moment. Keep that in mind. It isn't as simple as it seems. As you're watching other people who have done it for a while, even they stumble upon their words at moments just because you're doing one thing and then your brain's trying to process something else. For example, I'm currently cutting a yellow pepper while reading the chat, while coming up with a response to your message. So, yeah. And also, if you're going to comment something, like, just be aware, I see it all. I may not respond to it in the video, but I do see them. Also, if you do want to leave the live stream, you're free to leave whenever. I'm not holding you here. This is on the internet where you can access it for free. At least to my knowledge, you could access it for free. So, yeah. And also, you can't force others to leave. If they want to leave, they probably already left, if I'm being honest. Pickled pepper smack. Smack, what? Okay. We're not doing pickled peppers. In fact, I don't think I had pickled peppers before. Okay. Just cutting up some more here. Also, if you're using bell peppers in your salad, be sure to like not include any seeds in, because honestly, I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the donation, honestly. That helps a ton, and I really appreciate it. That was also really kind of you, I'm just saying. Jason asked, what exactly are you making? It looks like, I was gonna say Ratatouille, but that's the movie it's in. Making a Greek salad, and we're just currently cutting up the peppers. But yeah, if anyone wants to donate, feel free to do so. I think it's like selected amounts, and then also, what is it? Like you could choose the amount you want if you don't like any of the selections. And it's all voluntary, and Yeah. Sorry, I'm like switching my focus around here. Okay, we've got one more thing to cut up. Okay, add the cheese and we will be done after we mix it, you know, because of course we gotta mix it. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, thanks for the other donation. Really appreciate it. We love the support. It's your first time here? I love that. Thank you so much. As I said, be sure to subscribe because we just love the support. Also, I'm just curious because it doesn't seem like it's USD dollars. And I'm just wondering, what's the currency you're using at the moment? Because I just haven't seen that currency symbol before. I'm just not familiar with it. But yeah, if you want to show your support for this channel, for me, one way of doing that is through donations. Another is by following the channel, The Life of Olivia Ritt, and then also sharing any of my videos, including this one, with others. And then leaving comments as well as, like, after the live stream, like not as a live chat, but a regular comment of what you like and what you want to see on this channel. Just laughing at some of the comments, that's all. Okay. That's okay. So it's Indian ripples, Indian currency. I probably didn't say it correctly. I apologize. If I'm being honest, I haven't had to learn Indian currency before. But thank you for sharing that. What else can you do? Well, currently we're just cooking, so that's what we're doing at the moment. But if you want to see what else I could do, you could feel free to like look at the channel and view other videos. Because honestly, there's so much. Just because I just do a lot, if I'm being honest. How much is that in USD? I think it I think it was like divided by 100. I think it's the like the transfer of the currency. I love cooking, that's why, but I'm too lazy to do it. Okay, honestly, I understand like not wanting to cook and then like sometimes going somewhere else to buy it. But if you find the meals that are simple, or even things that, like rice you can make so delicious, and you don't have to do that much while cooking rice. You just have to wash it first until like the water is clear, and then you add it to a pot with water that is double the amount of rice you have. Add some salt and add some parsley, put it on the stove, and wait till the water boils. Set a timer for 20-ish minutes, and it'll be on like a low heat, I believe, or like whatever heat you have it on boiling. And then you could potentially walk away from it, but at the same time you want to keep an eye on it, because there is moments where if it's too much heat, it will boil over, it will like overflow. And I just realized I threw away a perfectly good piece of pepper into my trash pile. Okay, hold on. Okay. And the rice, the way I just described it, like it turns out great every time and so delicious. You can add it to like any meat or whatever you're eating at the moment. And it's like simple. What state are you from? So I'm currently in the United States, and as you can see from my other videos, like my school's in Florida. So okay, it's not even $2. Okay, and it's still a donation. I'm still grateful for it. It's still like someone's showing their support towards me. Like, what do you want me to be, like, mean about it? No, because someone took the time. And here's the thing, $2 may not be a lot to you, but it could mean a lot to whoever donated that amount. It could mean a lot to me. In fact, it does, because $2 is still $2, you know? Balsamic rice is the best. Interesting. Okay, thank you for sharing. I think the rice that I currently have in my pantry is jasmine rice, so that's the one I use. I don't know if I ever had balsamic rice though. Are you in the US? Someone says they have cousins all over the country. To answer that question, yes, I'm in the United States. And honestly, I've almost been to every, like, state. There's just a little over a handful that I haven't been to. Okay. Even though I do have to clean up the bell pepper seeds that made it to my floor somehow, we're gonna put the cutting board away. We are gonna get the cup that I use to measure for balsamic and jasmine rice are very similar, although you definitely do have to try out balsamic if you like jasmine rice. Thank you for the information, and I'll see you next time when I have to buy rice. So yeah. Someone said they believe they could improve their English from here. Totally agree. And what else? Even, yeah, because I know my mom honestly learned English from just listening to the radio and just listening to other people talk, even at moments when she didn't understand what they were saying, especially in some songs. So yeah. Okay. We're just getting our cheese. Probably not the best way to measure out the cheese, but it's how I'm gonna do it. Is it roughly 2 cups of this 4-ounce glass cup. And if you want this cup, it's on my Amazon storefront, which is linked below, as cheese is flying everywhere. And yes, the vegetables were washed. They just were washed a little bit earlier. So yeah. Okay. So we have all of our ingredients, including olive oil, red wine vinegar, oregano, black pepper, salt. We got feta cheese, which is like a staple in Greek, I feel like. We have, what else? Tomatoes and cucumbers, which is also a staple for a Greek salad. And then we have a variety of bell peppers, which usually in Greece. I forgot the onion. Hold on, we gotta cut up one more thing. I have half an onion from when I made, what was it, guacamole. Also, thank you for the other donation. Honestly, I love that. But yeah, we also need onions for this, because I was imagining a Greek salad in my head. I was like, oh, red onion. Well, I don't have a red onion. I have what I have, which is half of a white onion. Just because, like I was saying, I was making guacamole the other day, and I only needed half of the onion. So now we're gonna use the other half for now. And I like forgot how to cut an onion for a second. Okay, we're gonna take this lid off of that. Just gonna start cutting it. I prefer a little bit smaller. I'll just add these in as I go. Yeah, so red onions typically you will have in a Greek salad. We're using white, and then typically you have green bell peppers, but we're using every color of the bell peppers besides the green ones. So yeah. Okay. Cooking you can honestly learn by just making simple recipes. Like for example, a grilled cheese. You could either make that in like the oven, toaster oven, or you can make it on the stove in a pan and make it like really fancy, which I've done before, but it does take a little bit more time. But then again, if you want the faster version, put it in the toaster oven, or honestly, just cook it on a fire to make like a grilled cheese. And then to make the grilled cheese even more, you make tomato soup, which I currently have store-bought tomato soup, which I just have to heat up, or you can make it from scratch. So it just depends on what you're making and what level of cooking you want to take it at. And start with like the easy steps, or what seems easy to you. Because what seems easy to you may not seem easy to others. Just like what may seem easy for me, for example, may not seem easy for you, and that's fine. I have a few cooking videos on my channel. Some of them are how to cook ground beef, how to cook chicken, all from like being frozen to cutting them up and like cooking them on the stovetop. And then as well as like how to season them or what to pair them with, so you're not just eating meat, but you're also like getting your vegetables or something. Vegetables and fruits. So I just completely like misread. I haven't been reading the chat for a bit. Cut and not eat the onion raw, that's for sure. That's fine. More cooking, and thanks for the motivation. Thank you for your comment and displaying your support. Honestly, it means so much. And also, it's just fun talking to y'all. Even though it may be taking me a little bit longer to cook, it does make it fun. You're so talkative, but I could tolerate it because of your sweet voice. That's funny, because there's moments, you could like even see in this live stream, like moments where I am talkative and then moments where I'm not, and it depends. It just depends on everything, if I'm being honest, like on all the factors, depending how, like what I'm cutting, what I'm not cutting, what exactly I'm doing, if I'm thinking, like for example, I completely forgot that we had to put onions in. And I thought I took out all the ingredients before I started this live stream. And like I have the thinking of what's going into this Greek salad, how to cook it, making sure I'm talking to y'all, and what else? Like all that jazz. Probably a few other things as well. There was a question brought up. Hold on, my hands smell like onions. Okay, a question brought up if I have any pets. So I do not have any pets, but my parents do. So, yeah. Okay, now we could stir everything together. And honestly, it's just looking like a beautiful rainbow salad, which honestly, I love that. And don't they say like you should eat the rainbow or something to make sure, because I don't know. I know each type of food, they all have their different nutrients and all that jazz. And they say eat the rainbow to like get the variety of nutrients that you need for a day. So we almost got there. If we used the red onion, we would have got there. Where's the salt? So we already added the salt earlier. So earlier we added all of our liquids, so the olive oil, the red wine vinaigrette, and then we added our seasoning, salt, black pepper, and oregano. And so that's why I'm stirring it, because all of those seasonings are currently at the bottom and I'm bringing them up. and I could see them on our vegetables as they are having those specks of seasoning. So yeah, there's our Greek salad. Okay, hold on. By the way, so I also work in the American time shift in India. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, so the salt's already there. I might add a tiny bit of more oregano, just a little bit on top here, just so it could be like freshly on top as I grab a bowl. Oh, just trying to place something somewhere else and it was saying nope. Okay, so we're gonna add as much as we want for tonight, or for right now. I can always grab more. Okay. Oh, some of the dressing spilling off to the side here. Hold on, I gotta clean that up before I put it in the refrigerator. So yeah, once you're done, either put like a plastic wrap over your bowl and like stick it in the refrigerator if you're not currently eating it, or put your bowl lid on it and make sure it's secure. Then put it in the refrigerator. That's a lot of salad dough. Salad though, not, okay. It sounded like I said dough, like pasta dough. It is, but this will probably last me 2 days if I'm being honest, and I'm gonna pair it with other things. Like I think I might pair it with steak tomorrow, so yeah. And stick this into your sink, and just clean up any mess that you have left over. I'm going to be ending the live stream shortly. There was a question that just currently popped up. Are you a vegetarian? I am not, but sometimes I just like a Greek salad, you know? And also, I did mention a little bit ago that I potentially might have steak tomorrow. So there's that, which is a meat for those who are not aware, because maybe you're a younger viewer and you don't know what a steak is. So it's a type of meat. So yeah, okay. With that being said, we are gonna end the live stream shortly. Everyone have a great evening. And if I made you hungry during the live stream, either make your own salad or view my other videos for dinner ideas or whatever meal you're having at the moment. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to comment down below, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.